Hi guys, welcome back. On today's episode, we've got a 2012 E63. It is the M157 engine, the bi-turbo 5.5 liter, and we're basically going to be replacing the airbag emblem on the steering wheel. I've done a lot of research trying to find someone who's done it before without any luck. I've ordered many different emblems in hopes that they would fit, and they're always a different size. So I finally managed to find a manufacturer who produces the emblem for this style airbag, which I believe is the same on the C-Class W204, on the E-Classes. So yeah, hope this is helpful. Give you a quick little walk around of the car. We're going to be changing this steering wheel emblem, which in this country in the heat tends to wear out and is a sight for sore eyes, to be honest, because that's one thing you always look at. So let's get to replacing it. So first up, we're going to be popping the bonnet in order to disconnect the battery so the airbag doesn't explode. The airbag on this E63 is located under this recirculation box for the air conditioning. We just pop off these two tabs and it should lift out like that. We'll disconnect the negative terminal and leave it for a couple of minutes for all the computers in the car to discharge. So once the battery is disconnected and you've waited a couple of minutes, to take this airbag out is actually relatively easy. You're going to get yourself a small screwdriver, and there is a pinhole right here where there is basically a spring that holds this airbag in, one on each side. We're just going to pop that out.
So sometimes it takes a few attempts to get it. But...
So once the airbag is loose, on the back side, we've got these two airbag connectors, which again, you can take the same small flathead screwdriver and just pop up these orange tabs. It's quite difficult with one hand. Like that. And the other one. And then we'll be able to just pull these out. It's quite difficult to do with one hand, to be honest, but you should be able to just wiggle them out and you've got yourself the airbag. So once we have the airbag out, actually I've tried finding videos on how to do this, and even trying to find replacement parts, especially the same size emblem, was quite difficult. It took me a couple of months, but I was able to source it. I did the same on my C63 actually. So got to flip it around, and we've got all these small tabs, which we basically will take. Got a couple of screwdrivers. Take the screwdriver, and we're going to pop them back one by one, like that. Try bend it back, and then we'll slide another one in from the bottom. So now we have these pins all the way around the airbag, and basically this is an inner housing. You don't have to take off these 8mm bolts. All we have to do is, I already peeled back the stickers, is pry back these plastic tabs. It's best to go around once and just loosen them all up. As you can see, I've already done that once. And just basically with a small flathead, go underneath it, pry it back one by one, all the way around. Then you get yourself another bigger flathead, and we'll basically have to put it underneath. At some point, apply pressure to it, and then again pop these up until you have them basically over the lip, so you're able to pry them quite easily. And then apply pressure, do the same thing again. So as you can see, that required two hands. So we finally have it. That basically just splits into two, and these plastic tabs are what holds it in actually. So no need to remove any of these bolts, and then just be careful that you gently separate the two. These tabs you can be a bit more aggressive on. I find that it takes a lot of time to get them out. So now this is the lower side of the old Emblem, and what I find works best is just to get a pair of clippers and cut off all these plastic ends in order to take out the Emblem from the front, so we can push the new one in. You can get yourself some clippers. This might not be the cleanest way, but it is effective. And there we have it. So we've got the old one, which didn't really come out in one piece, and the beautiful new one. Look at that difference. So now all we have to do is pop that in like such. Make sure you apply pressure evenly so we don't crack it. And then what I like to do, look at that, much better. What I like to do is just get yourself some super glue in order to properly fix the Emblem inside so it doesn't have a chance to come out. And we'll just put a dab on basically just a couple of the Emblem end bits. It's not necessary to put one on every single point, as there's no sort of pressure or any vibration that could make it pop out. But so once we've given the glue some time to dry, it's basically the same as the removal. The installation will just be putting this back in, ensuring that all the clips rest in the allocated slots, and then we'll put it back in the car. So now the installation is basically the reverse of the removal. We'll connect these two connectors here, which with one hand is quite difficult, but sure we can get it done. So we just make sure yellow on yellow, blue with blue, push them in, make sure it clicks, and then push down the safety tab, the lock pin. And we do the same with the blue one. Push it in. As you can hear, it clicks, pushing the safety tab. Now we have to make sure that these wires get put back into the holder so that they're out of the way in the back and we don't pinch them on the reinstallation. And all we have to do now is line it up and give it one firm push. First clip, second clip, and it's in. Now all we're gonna do is reconnect the battery. Put back the circulation box. Now make sure, as you can see, these have small locator tabs at the bottom, which slot into these pockets here, AC blower, and then we'll just make sure it's lined up properly, slid down, and close these tabs again. Done. So this is actually the M157 engine, which is the 5.5 twin turbo. We've got Snow Performance methanol injection, custom hood. Now how much better does that look? Beautiful. So now with the battery connected again, let's turn the car on and make sure there's no airbag light. And we're in the clear. New Emblem in, looking very nice. So I hope this was helpful to a lot of you guys. I know I've struggled with trying to find someone who has done this before. I know you can have certain companies where you send your airbag to and they can put Alcantara covers on it and replace the Emblem, but no one has actually shown how to replace it or where to get it from. If you guys are looking for this Emblem, just send me a message and I can point you in the right direction.